Moshup and His Island, a retelling of the Wampanoag creation story by Menasha Leport.
Long before lighthouses lit the rocky beaches and ferries traveled to and from its shores, Martha's Vineyard was not called Martha's Vineyard. It wasn't even an island.
Connected to the rest of Turtle Island, this land was home to the Wampanoag people. In the forests they would hunt. In their gardens they would grow the Three Sisters crops: squash, beans, and corn, with fish for fertilizer. In the ocean they would dig up quahogs and paddle their Moshups.
These families and their neighbors lived happily, and they had lived here forever, but not alone. This was a safe place, watched over by a giant man named Moshup. He was a part of the tribe, a protector of the land, and a provider for its people.
With his giant hands, he would reach down into the waters off of Devil's Bridge and fish for whales. He would cook these whales on the beach beneath the great clay cliffs, giving the meat and bones to his people to eat and make tools.
As he brought the whales to shore, he would bash them against the great clay cliffs. Then he would build massive fires to cook each whale on a spit. This is why the cliffs are so brightly colored: red from the blood, yellow for the firelight, and gray with the smoke.
As the years passed by and the people who lived across the ocean grew curious, their big sailing ships arrived on the Wampanoag shores. They were fascinated with Wampanoag culture, with wampum jewelry, with unfamiliar language, with tools and farming techniques. They would trade with the Wampanoag, but also brought with them sickness and violence.
Moshup feared for his people in this new world, so one morning he went on a walk through the ocean water beneath the great clay cliffs. As he walked, he slowly dragged his big toe through the shallow water, creating a trickle stream that ran through the Wampanoag people's land from shore to shore. As water surged through the stream, the thin river grew wider and deeper until the ocean poured in and separated the Wampanoag completely from the mainland. Moshup had created an island.
Once the island was fully separated from the mainland, Moshup said goodbye to his people. He could no longer protect them and provide for them in the modern world. So he walked away into the ocean to protect them in spirit. This island became his legacy.
The Wampanoag people named their island Nopi. It was a safe place for them, a home within the war against the colonists. Here, the Wampanoag people could live and survive, and now their descendants still live here. The descendants of the colonists called Nopi Martha's Vineyard. They visit in the summers to eat ice cream and ride the carousel. But they don't talk about Moshup.